then disregard your leaders. You only have 31 in your house? Of 60?
60, so we need every single one, including the speaker.
And your speaker
just
will...
usurp
Is
him.
your speaker here?
No.
Well, here. So if you know the rules, what if you had what if you met?
The trouble we're in?
No, but what if you met? You called a session. You met, and you told the Democrats. You told everyone, and you met, and you voted.
We've been all waiting to do that. We're waiting for our leadership to call us.
But if your leadership isn't going to do that,
We
then
replace them. That's what I was saying tonight.
you get new. They don't have to.
leadership. That's the next step.
And what about you meet? You meet with as many people. You don't have to meet necessarily a quorum. I don't think.
For a legal vote to take action, we
You do. Are you sure? You absolutely have to have a quorum.
to have an actionable.
And a quorum is
We
50.
could meet and have a caucus, but to have something legally actionable, we need a majority of the caucus of the body to vote.
And you're at 30. Okay, hold on. Here's another. What about the senators? You have 17 Republican senators.
See?
Okay, so if one of those doesn't want it, you have 16. So you have 16. So you're talking about a total of 40. No, I'm sorry, 90 people. So you need to have 46 of those.
But not
To me.
total. Not a majority of both houses. Majority of the Senate, which is 16.
Okay.
But we have 17.
Right.
2 of them have lost their elections and are moving on.
But do they vote? But they'll vote
if
because
it's
there's
before
still.
January, then yes. After January, it'll be a different group.
Okay, that's Sylvia.
Sylvia will be leaving.
She'll be leaving, but she can vote in this.
Yes, before January.
Before January, yeah.
Then meet. And then you have a majority of both houses. What about that?
Like as far as, I mean...
Well, okay, when they say legislature, they don't define it by saying Senate or House. They just say legislature. So if they say just simply legislature, and you have a majority
What actionable item are you missing?
to send a slate of Republican electors to Congress.
You have to vote that.
What?
You have to vote that. And the way our system is, it's a bicameral system, and you have to pass it from the House, and then it goes to the Senate. And then it goes back to the House, or vice versa. It's a bicameral, so you need a majority of the Senate and a majority of the House.
But then with this, what you're suggesting is that the governor would need to sign it.
No, that would be a resolution, and we don't need the governor's signature, but we do need the governor to bring us into session in order to do our action.
But I think that I don't think having the governor bring that impediment I would suggest be.
We have it's easy to remember, in the Arizona Constitution, Article 4, cut it in half, Part 2, cut it in half, Section 1.
Okay.
4 to 1 of the article of the Arizona Constitution. There's 2 ways we can come in to session legally to pass any bill, resolution, or anything else, to make any actionable legal action. Either the governor calls us into session and he prescribes what we're doing, or 2/3 of both houses on a petition delivered to the governor. And we don't have we don't have 2/3. We need 9 Democrats in the House and 3 Democrats in the Senate, assuming we had all Republicans. We don't have that. So it only are left, according to the Arizona Constitution, that the governor calls us into session and prescribes us what we do.
Which he won't do.
He might.
Okay.
With the public pressure.
If he doesn't, then he doesn't. And
The public can remove him. We can impeach him as a body, but we don't have the numbers, or you can recall.
But you're just not going to have time to do that for this election. But what I'm telling you is that if you have this requirement, which is 4-2-1, is unconstitutional because it impedes your ability as a legislative group to do what's prescribed in the Constitution.
My notes and my things today is I'm going to be talking to some federal, do we have any federal jurisdiction to do this with? And because the Constitution has the supremacy clause says if the Constitution and the state laws are in conflict, the Constitution is supreme.
Right.
Yes.
But they are in this
Can we-
circumstance. They're in conflict.
but there's nothing in the U.S. Constitution that prescribes how we come back into session. So that's my question: is can we just say it and bring ourselves in apart from our Arizona Constitution? I don't know the answer to that, so I'm going to be seeking the answer to that.
Okay, no, I get that, but think about it. If the U.S. Constitution empowers you
Right.
to send these electors to
But
Congress,
there's a process on how we do that. We can't just like a
No,
handful of us say this is what we're doing. It'll be challenged and defeated in court. We have to do it right.
no,
So we
I'm
have
not
to-
suggesting
we
that you
have-
do
yeah.
anything but right. But think about this. It just says legislatures.
Right. So that's the question I have to have answered, is so that we can give the cover to the legislators to say they have a legal foot to stand on by showing up and doing it. And they want, so I need to get legal counsel from some federally minded people. There's a couple constitutional attorneys that I know, and I'm going to be asking them, can the supremacy clause give us cover to not have to wait for the governor? And if a simple majority bring us back. And that's what I'm hoping. That's all we have left. If we don't have the governor, that's the only thing we have left. And without cover from people who are in the know, we would not be doing.
But your leader right now is impeding you. The
sorry?
leader of the House is impeding
Yes,
you.
so
What's
that
his
was
name?
what my call was tonight. Is if they're keeping us.
What's the leader's
Rusty
name?
Bowers.
Rusty Bowers.
He's the Speaker of the House.
I don't understand. Why is he?
You'd have to ask him.
Do you have a pen, Kelly?
Do you have a pen?
Do you have any
Now I
idea?
do.
I mean, is he anti-Trump? Is he just?
You'll have to talk to Rusty Bowers.
Well, can you help him to talk to him?
Yeah. He's.
Okay.
All of us are online. The phone numbers and whatever.
Well, the fraud is so obvious. We have to do some emergency. This calls to emergency session or something.
So I'm going to be talking to the constitutional attorneys to see if we have a different route if our governor won't bring us back.
I sent
all we have
Rusty
left.
a note already. I think.
And what were you wanting to give me?
Can I get a special autograph? Can you put two Liberty Report?
Are you gonna keep this?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a channel, Liberty Report. If you put two Liberty Report, that'd be awesome.